Sorry about the glare. I don't know if I can do anything about the glare. Let me see if I can block some of it. Well, sorry about that. Well, this is OG Gaming. And we're going to be playing Zen Pinball 2. The Excalibur, which is the name of this table. Let's go ahead and restart. Yes, we will restart. So let's get into it. It's a good game.
A new night's errand.
Yeah. I remember playing a lot of Zen Pinball 1 for the PS3. And
Draw your weapon, mighty knight.
I darn near basically bought all the tables. Let me check something out, folks. I need to check the audio. Let's see if I got a no, let's not do that. Here we go. The audio. I just want to bring down the music a bit here. Okay, so we got the audio taken care of. Sorry for that inconvenience there. Whoa, and it cost me a ball. Oh, but no, it didn't. Psych, whatever. So I used to play a lot of this Zen Pinball, and I used to have on the PS3. I used to play a lot on the PS3, and they would actually have. I had it set up so my camera would be on there, and we're able to play people from absolutely all over. It was pretty cool. And then I don't think the PS4 was even announced that they were going to be coming out with a new console, and eventually they announced, and I was thinking, well, what about my games, you know, that I bought? But I was able to keep all my games. If I bought them, I was able to basically transport them over to the PS4 with no cost. And then I picked up some. I just keep adding more and more tables. Other game studios were making games. Zen had like this one. Plants vs. Zombies, they came out with that one. That was a pretty popular table. Let me check something here. Wow, I just got a notification that I went live on YouTube. So let's get into it, my friends. Yeah, so eventually I was able to get all my games back, and then I picked up some new ones and stuff like that. I wasn't too happy with that performance. So let's go ahead and do another one. Okay, let's restart the game.
A legend is born.
And let's get in. There was one of my friends that we used to play Mass Effect with a lot, and
All safe.
then I was able to play, you know, doubles with him. Not doubles, but I was able to play with him. And then he sold his PS3 to get the PS4. So I was still playing with the PS3. I still got my PS3. I still got my original one that I got. And it still works, and when I try to take it apart, and you know that one porthole where you actually where you put the power supply plug into, there was two little prongs that actually, you got that little, it's a square, and then you got two little prongs that actually sit on the motherboard, and you would have to solder that. And so it's really hard to find people that do those intricate soldering. I don't have a solder iron, and I don't have, I know how to do a little doing soldering, not a whole lot. You know, you have to get yourself a really fine tube to bust that door down. So anyway, make a long story short, I was not able to get the PS3 working, so I ended up holding on to it still. And then my wife went out to, she goes, I noticed you have not been playing on your PS3. And I said, well, come here, let me show you. She goes, oh my God. And she was the one that got me the PS3. And I put it on layaway at Kmart when we had the Kmart. Walmart actually forced Kmart to buckle and leave. And then I like Kmart because Kmart had all year round. You know, you could put anything on layaway. The only difference between Walmart and Kmart layaway was when you put things on layaway with Kmart, you would have to put a percentage down, and they give you so many weeks or so many months to get it out. Now you would have to basically make your payments each and every week, whether it's weekly or whether it's just every 2 weeks. You had to make the payment. So what ended up happening, Walmart layaway, you could put as much as you want down. If you don't want to make no payments at all, but when they give you a pickup date, you can pay it off then. Or over time, you can just make little payments here and there, but you still have to pay it in full. And that's the only thing different between the both layaways. I like Walmart layaway, and I like Kmart. Not good. Let's see what we do here. But to check this out, I'll show you the story between Walmart and Kmart layaway. Before Kmart took off, you had Kmart, or before Kmart folded under, I should say, it turned out where Walmart layaway, you know, kept theirs going for a while, and then it turns out where, due to the money financial with Kmart, it causes them to basically to Walmart beat up on Kmart, and as soon as when Kmart went under and announced that they were closing some stores, and there was quite a bit of them in California that got shut down. Once they left in our town, then Kmart was, a lot of the stuff was, I mean, a lot of good sales and stuff like that. As soon as they officially closed the doors, Kmart closed their doors, that's about a month or two, they announced that Kmart was no longer, not Kmart, but Walmart was no longer going to have layaway, but only at the holiday season. But that sucked. But if Kmart didn't fold under, then Walmart would never have done that. Walmart would have continued to have their layaway, but they just beat out the competition. Which sucks.
1, 2, 3.
Wabby wobble.
This game is a pretty cool game. It's not a big table, but it's a cool game.
Good morning, sunshine.
Not Walmart, you know, they still have their layaway. Actually, they just started last week. They announced that the Walmart has brought back their layaway for the Christmas season, and they could, associates that work there could actually start their let me check something here. I gotta check, make sure this. Okay, it's the same. So they already announced that Walmart associates could actually start their layaway 2 weeks earlier or 3 weeks earlier than the regular customers, and they can actually keep their layaway longer. Oh, I forgot to hit that zombie. I got to turn it. So yeah, layaway is officially in full swing right now at Walmart. I don't like the fact that they don't have it all year round. You know, I know a lot of people do a layaway and they don't pick up their stuff, and it goes right back onto the floor. And so that was Walmart's excuse why they stopped doing the layaway, because they said they're losing too much money, which was, I know they lost. They did lose some, but not as much as they think they did, or as much as they said they were. They just said, yeah, there was no competition. That's the only reason why they can do that now. There's no competition for layaway, so they can pretty much do it once a year at seasonal time, which I think is stupid, because you know they do rent those big old iron those bins that they have in the back, and that's where they put all their layaway. But you know, they don't want to really come out and say, oh, we're the real reason why, because we beat out Kmart, and there's no sense of
Set, play.
they have layaway, you know. And then there's only certain departments during the layaway, you know, Christmas rush layaway, like electronics. They have for electronics. They don't have it for clothes. They don't have it, you know. There's just certain things that they don't have it. But electronics, yes. Games, yes. Computers, brains. They do computers, but yeah, Walmart's a little. Another thing that I don't like about Walmart is they have all these different. I don't even know why I got on a conversation about Walmart. But I'll tell you this, Walmart has all these different manager titles. Back in the days, I used to be a manager of the store, and then you had assistant manager, and then you had you had a manager of the store, assistant manager, then a supervisor. Walmart has a store manager, support manager, co-manager, an aerial manager, department manager. They have all these different titles of management, and I'm thinking, why do they have so many titles of managers. And there's one thing that I do notice about Walmart. I always notice. Now, hard work does get you.
Plant.
It does pay off. Being on time, getting back on from your break on time. You know, just everything that you should do. They pay for your time. Everybody's time is worth something. And, but what I don't understand is this. They want to sit there and have all these different management titles. This is like a waste of money. And then you get these people that become their associates at first, and then they could become a department manager, and then sky's the limit. You know, you can become co-manager, support manager, and you know, the only thing I do not like is these people that become a manager. There's a reason why they became a manager. They saw an opportunity to excel in the company, which is totally fine with me. You make more money, and with more, the higher up, the more responsibilities you have to do. And then I see these people that became support manager or whatever manager title they hold. You know, they work their butt out to get there. You know, on time, not late. When they ask to stay late, they stay late. You know, a lot of the kids today will call it brown nosing. A lot of the people also will, the real people will say being responsible, might have a family to take care of, you know, and stuff like that. But what I don't understand is when they get to be a manager, all of a sudden they got real lazy, and now managers are hard to find. And the reason why I'm saying is because I fell into this issue where I needed a manager, and there's not one manager on the floor, and it's about 10 o'clock in the morning. You know, I'm thinking, why there's no manager on the floor? You know, not one that I can call and get help. I went and went to an associate because I need a manager assistant.
Zombie, take your
and I waited like 15 minutes. And I'm thinking, what's his manager at? You know, can't find the manager. And I'm thinking, wow. And then when you do see them coming, they're walking real slow, no urgency to try to help the customer out, you know. They just have this attitude towards, like, oh, I don't have to work hard, I'm a manager now, and they want to do as little as possible. You know, which is, I think it's the stupidest thing ever. You know, you work, obviously, they noticed you. You know, you got yourself a job. You became a manager. You're responsible. You did everything you did right. You're a team player. And now because you're a manager now, you feel that you don't have to do nothing but just hide with the group of managers, co-managers, store managers, assistant managers. They're very lazy when they start getting up to the higher ups. They really are, and it's sad. You know, you worked hard to get to where you're at. Now you think that because you're arrived, you can do as little as possible. And that's when they need to rise up. And I'll tell you what, who works the hardest are the department managers. Yeah, they really do work them pretty good. And they work hard. And another thing too is that this is a multi-billion-dollar company, and they make tons and tons of money.
1, 2,
they have a very
3.
high overhead cost, you know.
Take your pick for the flower pot.
all these different manager titles that all cost the company money, you know.
Hurry up!
And I think that right there is a waste of money, having that many managers titles. You know, you don't become a manager because you're a nice person. You become a manager because you work hard to get there, and you need to continue to keep working hard, no matter whether you're a district manager or a regular aerial manager. You just don't arrive at the manager position and think you could do little as possible. And I've seen that firsthand, not just one or two times, 3 times, numerous times, and it's unreal. And then they're always cutting the people's hours. Now, if you don't know this by now, and I'll tell you this here. They always say it's the corporate office that cuts the hours. Well, you know, if you can save, I don't know, if you can save the company some money, you will get a bigger bonus at the end of the year. So I can see why the manager of the store wants to cut hours. I know people that debating, should I become a manager, you know, and I would tell them, well, you should, because, you know, they don't cut their hours because they need managers on the floor. They really do. But they started to cut not only associates' hours, but the hours of the managers now. It sucks. They just need to get on they need to get on the co-managers. That's what they need to really do. You know.
Zombie.
And it sucks. You know, the way they have it set up now. Dang it. I just wish our local Walmart was more, you know, that's one thing about, they don't like you to call corporate on them, because they try to hide a lot of stuff from the corporate office. You know, and all I want is to be able to go to Walmart. Retail, I did work retail back in the days, not at Walmart, but home base. But the retail store is not what it is. It's not how it was when I worked there. You know, it's really changed a great deal. You get, I know there's some really bad customers out there, and I see them rip into an associate, you know, and it's not fair, because, you know, all of a sudden you got a he or she are out there working, you know, their tail off, you know, they might be, you know, making a living, you got kids to support, family to support, and all of a sudden here comes a customer that feels that they owe them everything. They want prompt service. They want this. They want that, and they're being real nasty to the people that are working there. And so, I really despise people like that, because I don't care who you are, you do have feelings. Just because you're a man or a woman, you know, you shouldn't be taking it out on the people that are working. And to me, I just think that Walmart needs to back up their associates. I think they should need to start writing up their managers, not the department managers. Don't write them up, because they do work, and I've seen it many times. The ones that don't want to work are the assistant manager, co-manager. Those are the people that don't want to work. They want to hide in their office, chit-chat, and do as little as possible. You know what I'm saying? And so I have a problem with that. That's why I said in the beginning of this conversation, it does pay off to work hard, be on time, you know. And you're not there to try to take advantage of the situation at hand.
Zombie.
You work hard to get where you're at. You still got to continue to keep working hard. Just because you got the manager job, you still got to continue to produce. And I just don't like, they think all of a sudden I got this title. I arrived now. I can just mess up, screw up, don't have to work hard no more. I made it to the top. And you know what? No, you need to work even harder now.
Zombies are coming.
And it just gets, it's saddened to see people that have that mind frame. They don't want to work anymore. They just want to sit back and collect as much as they want to sit back and don't do nothing. And that's disgusting because it's a bad taste. It's a bad taste in my mouth, you know. And I just wish that these people to do what they do right. They were doing it all right when they got hired, and they were continuing to do right because now they got promoted to a manager position. You're doing something right. You got to continue to do that.
We'll do better next.
You got to continue to keep pushing forward. You know, just because you're a manager, that doesn't mean you can slack off. And Walmart has a lot of people that do that. And you know, I ran work for 11 and a half years for the Cheney company. I was a foreman for a lot of years, and you know, I think that you got to have good people skills for one to be a manager or to run work. You know, so I was never very good. I mean, I could bark orders out real good. I was good at barking orders out, but I wasn't very good at just barking orders out and walking away and hiding, hang out with the rest of the foremen. No, I worked alongside of my guys, you know, and I helped them out, you know, because I that's not how I am as a person. And I know a lot of people that they become a foreman and they think it's an easy street of a job. No, you know, if they had a little bit of sense, those people under you, which is journeymen or, you know, they could make your job very difficult. They can actually hurt your job if you're not working the way you should, you know. So work with them. Don't bark orders and thinking that you can go hide yourself and hang out at the water cooler. You know, you gotta work still with them. And I got more people wanting to work with me, and I find it very simple and easy to work with them and say, hey, look, guys, you know, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but you know, I'll just tell them, hey, we gotta get this stuff done, man. So, you know, are you cool staying late if we have to? And I will work with them. And I found those guys would walk a mile with me and some, cause just how I treated them. And I was in charge of them for hours, and I was saying, hey, look, you know, call me if you're gonna run late. Let me know. In case the boss shows up, I could tell him. You know, don't ever worry about being late. Call me. I mean, you don't want to just show up on the job. If you're running late, you're running late, man. Don't ever think that you can't, you know, call me and then I'll talk to the boss. If he's not here, I'll give you the opportunity to make that time up. If you don't want to make it up, that's entirely up to you. If you want to make it up. If you don't, then you're going to leave yourself an open door where the boss may ask you. If you do it too much, he might ask, well, I noticed you've been missing, you've been coming in, you know, last week you're an hour late, and if it happens quite often, then you're going to draw attention to yourself. And so I think it's better just to, you know, if you're going to be late, let me know, or let the boss know, and so on and so forth. You got an accident, or tire went dead, flat, let them know. You know, I'm easy to work with, and so, but that pays off. It really pays off. Alright, folks. I don't even know why we got off in this conversation about Walmart and Kmart and all that. It's just something that just came up. So if you're young and you're getting in the, you know, you're in working now, you're on the workforce, you're working for a company, you're paying your taxes, I truly suggest always work hard. It does pay out, and don't ever think that it doesn't. You know, you might have some responsibilities that someone else does not have, and that job might be the only means of supporting yourself, or maybe helping an ill person. Never know. Don't let anybody don't listen to anybody that tell you, slow down, you're gonna make us look all bad. Those are the lazy people that tell you that, and they're not in your best interest, because all worried about just getting through the day and collecting a paycheck. Like I said a second ago, they may not have the responsibility that you may have. And I'm telling you this because it's happened to me in the past. You know, oh yeah, slow down, you're working too hard. You know, the boss is going to continue to want you to produce at this level. It really wasn't. They just didn't want to work hard. Again, they want to get the big money and work as little as possible. What's totally sucks, if you ask me, because, you know, you have to work, man. You gotta clothe yourself. You gotta support yourself. And so never listen or fall into someone telling you you need to slow down, because don't. You just keep on trucking along. If you don't have to work blazing fast. You could just be consistent. That's all you have to do. Just chug along, man. And hopefully that you move up, get yourself some more money. You know what I'm saying? It's always a good thing to move up. You know, not trying to say you're brown nosing or nothing, but you know what? What's wrong working and making some extra money? You tell me what's wrong with that. Why would somebody try to tell you not to work hard? You know, you might be watching your grandma and you can sure help her out, and you're gonna listen to somebody that's telling you not to work hard. That's ludicrous. That is unreal. So there's a little bit of wise, you know, just work hard, be on time, take your breaks on time. These are for the young folks. You know, if you're an older character, then you know that these are the things that you have to do. You know, if you're late from your lunch or break, or they don't charge you for break. You know, they just charge you for your lunch time. You know, so. All right, folks, we're gonna go ahead and end with Zen Pinball 2 for today, and I hope this little talk helps somebody. With that being said, this is OG Gaming. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Later, guys.